Hello everyone. Today in this video we are going to discuss about the production module Processwise. In the previous video we have explained you the basic production module. In that we have not shown you the Processwise production. Okay. First we should know what is Processwise production. This process is a production activity that process raw materials by combining them into a finished product. Okay. The below is the example of the ice cream production process where the milk is procured, and the below is the stage-wise process sequence of activities that has a beginning and a definite end. Okay. Here you see in this image you can see after the milk is procured there are 5 stages. Okay, the milk will be boiled first, so this is process 1. Okay, in a suitable temperature, then that milk will be cooled to the normal temperature. Okay, that is the process 2. Then this milk is chilled to a low temperature. This is process 3. Then in the milk the sugar, flavor and other ingredients are added. Okay, then this process is called flavoring process. Okay, once these 4 process is done, then the paste is frozen, hardened and packed. This is called a freezing process. So there are 5 processes involved in manufacturing the ice cream. Okay, this is one example I am just giving you. Okay, practically how we do this process wise manufacturing I will show you in Focus-9 ERP. Let me log in into the Focus-9 ERP with my credentials. Here the main thing you have to remember is the masters, the key masters. One is your item master. I just go to the home button, click on masters. I click on item masters. Here I have few items. I have R1, R2, R3 as raw materials, SFG1 as my intermediate item, FG as my finished good. Okay, FG I can treat it as a ice cream, SFG1 I can treat as a intermediate product. Okay, I'll just show you one example using these master products. Okay, now after this we need to have a warehouse master. Okay, this warehouse master is useful to store the raw materials. Let me create one warehouse. Okay, like this you can create the warehouses, required warehouses. After this you need to do the settings. Okay, for production process settings. Okay, in the basic production module, okay, we have not shown you any settings, but here you have to do some settings. Let me show you that. Click on settings, click on configure transactions. Here you will see the MRP. Click on MRP. Okay, here you have an option. Okay, you have to check this option and click on update. Okay, before doing this check I'll show you the basic production module screen. Okay, how it appears in the issues to production. Okay, once you are updated, here you will get a message, data saved successfully. Let me log into the basic production module company. And I will go to the issues to production voucher in the production module. Click on transactions, click on issues to production. Here in the issues to production, you have the header details. You can see the document number, date, warehouse, production order number, production order quantity. But we are not saving any sub process field. Okay. As I said, if you activate the setting in configure transactions, click on settings, configure transactions, click on MRP. Okay, this setting you have to activate. Once you activate this, then update it. After updating, you have to do a reindex. Click on home button, data management, reindex. Okay, here you have to select full reindex and click on OK. Once the reindexing is done, re-login into the company. After re-logging into the company, now you go and see the issues to production screen, issues to production in the production module. Click on transactions, issues to production. I click on new. Okay, now you see here I have a sub process. Okay, I have a sub process here. Like this field will be inserted in the issues to production screen as well as in the receipt from production screen. Let me show you the receipt from production screen. Okay, here you have a sub process field. Okay, in the both screens it will be inserted. Okay, after this you have a process master. Just search here process. Okay, here you can create whatever the processes you have. I have created as process 1 and process 2 as an example. After this we have a BOM process. Okay, this is the BOM process. Here I will show you how to define the bill of material first. Okay, this is one more key factor of using the process-wise production. Let me edit this, just double click it. Here you see I have R1, R2 and R3. Okay, I have selected only the raw materials. In the output I have selected only the finished good. Here you have to remember you should not give any intermediate products even if it is there in the BOM. Okay, those intermediate products you have to add in the BOM process screen. Now I will show you how to add that process. I'll just close this. Go to the BOM process from shortcut menu. Okay, or you can go from the production module. Click on transactions. You have BOM process. Okay, from here also you can do it. Okay, here you can see all the bill of materials. Click on bill of material. You just double click it. Then click on add process. Here you will get all the processes from the process master. Select the required process and press OK. I have selected process 1 and press OK. Now when I select process 1, here I have to check what are the raw materials I am using for this process 1. Here in the process output I will select the intermediate product. I'll just give as quantity 1 and press tab. When you press tab, here the costing percentage will appear. After this, please do not save this. After that, immediately you click on add process for the next process. Select process 2 and press OK. Now you see in the process 2 this SFG has come. Okay, here now what I have to do is, now I have to say pick product. When I say pick product, by default this is picked. Okay, this is my process 2. Here in process 2 I have to select these 2 and then save it. I'll just save it. This is how you create the process. Okay, now when you double click, I can see here, you can see process 1 and process 2. Okay, this is the sub process. Here the main output is not ticked. Again I am telling you, the second process is process 2. This is how you create the process for the production. Now I will show you how to use this process in the issues to production and receipt from production. Before that, you have to create a production order to do the sub process. For that, we need to go to production, transaction, and then go to production order. Here we have production orders. Click on new. Here you can give the SO number if it is available. Okay. If it is related to customer, you can give the customer name. Then you can select the FG, required FG here. Press tab. When you press tab, the BOM will be loaded based on the BOM we have defined. Here you can give the whatever the stocks you want to produce. I'll just give 150. Okay, I'll click on save. When I click on save, here you can go and see the previous voucher. Okay, this is my order status is planned order. Now you see my status is planned order. Okay, if I want to release this order, I have an options here. I can release the order. Okay, before that, let us see the production status report. Okay, select here the required production status you want to see, or you can give as select all item. You have both the options. You can select from here or you can select from here also. Then press on OK. Now you see here the order status is showing as not released. Okay, it is showing two processes here, process 1 and process 2. Okay, here it is showing not released. Now to process this production, you have to release this order. Let us do that. Now I'll go to production, transaction, production orders. Click on edit or click on new and go to the previous production order. Here I can change this order status to release production order. I'll just save again and I will see the production order status report. Click on OK. Now you see here the order is released. Process 1 and process 2 is ready to go into the production line. Now let me go to the issues to production. Before going to issues to production, you should see whether your warehouse is mapped in the issues to production voucher or not. Click on settings, go to configure settings, click on document customization. Here you search for issues to production. When you click on issues to production, you will get this masters. Here you have to configure your warehouse master. Okay, you can configure in header and you can update. Same like you have to do for receipt from production. The warehouse master to be configured to maintain the inventory. Now we have to process the production. So for that you need a stocks. Okay, let us go and see whether we have any stocks or not. I'll go to a stock ledger. Here you will get all the items. You can just select all and press OK. here you see I am not seeing any of the items in the stock ledger. Now I have to procure this. To procure that, we can do it from material receipt note or you can do it from purchase voucher. Okay, it's an optional. If you want to update your inventory through material receipt note, you can do that. Let me go to material receipt note. Okay, in material receipt note also the warehouse to be tagged. Let me check in the settings. Configure transactions, document customization. I will select material receipt note. Here also I don't have warehouse. Let me insert the warehouse in the header. I'll just update it. Let me go to the material receipt note. I go to inventory, transactions, purchases. I have a material receipt note here. Here I'll click on new. In the last video I shown you how to copy the bill of material inputs. We can copy the bill of material inputs from here. You can select the vendor and we can select the warehouse. Here on the right hand side, click here and click on BOM input. I will select the finished good item name and select the required BOM, and I'll give the quantity for how much quantity I want to procure. Okay, let me procure for 200. Okay, here you can see all the items, all the inputs are copied. Okay, based on the output we have given. We can give the pricing also, whatever the price we have received. Let me save this. After saving this, I can see my materials in the inventory. How to check the inventory? Again, go to the stock ledger. Select all items and check for inventory. Click on OK and you can give the date range. Now you see, I can see all my inventories are showing here. See, here I can see the, okay, if you want to know what is the product name, you can see here. This is my product name and product code. Okay, R1, R2 and R3. Now I can start my production. Now these materials should be withdrawn from the stores. Okay, in the last video I have shown you how to link the material requisition to the material stock transfers. Okay, so here I am directly going into issues to production. So you know the document flow in the last video, how we have defined the document flow. You can just go and see there. In the same way you can define the document flow here. After this, materials are received to the production floor. Now production people will process this order. I'll click on production, transactions, issues to production. Click on new. After this, you have to select the warehouse. Here you will see all the pending production orders. Select the production order number and click on tab. Then here you can see all the processes which are involved for this particular production order. Click on process 1. Okay, as soon as you click on process 1, here the production quantity will be loaded. If you want to do a partial quantity, you can do a partial quantity. Okay, I'm just selecting the full quantity here. I'll just save this voucher. After saving this voucher, let us see the production order status report. Now you see both are showing as WIP, but here you see for the first process the WIP quantity is issued, but for the second process it is not yet issued. Okay, let us do the receipt from production now. Click on production, transactions, receipt from production. Click on new, select the warehouse, in which warehouse you want to take the finished goods. If you want to create new warehouse, you can create it. Okay, if there is any QC process, you can just create a virtual warehouse and then you can put those stocks into your virtual warehouse. Let me create the virtual warehouse here. My virtual warehouse will be my production floor. I am taking these stocks in the production floor. Here I will get the pending production orders. I select the sub process. Okay, then the intermediate product will be restored here. Okay, here the rate will come based on the average price. Okay, for the purchases what you have made through the material receipt note. I'll just save this. Let us go and see the report again. I'll go to production reports, production order status report. I'll select the production order and click OK. Now you see here my order status, it is saying process completed. That means my process 1 is completed. Second one, it is still in work in progress. Let me do the second process also. I'll go to issues to production from a shortcut menu search bar. Click on new, select the warehouse. These warehouse from where we are withdrawing the materials. I'll select the pending production order number. I'll select the sub process 2. Okay, here also I am selecting the full quantity. Here you see for the process 2 the input is R3 as well as SFG1 what we have defined in the BOM process, and the price also it takes accordingly as per the average price. Okay, when we received the SFG1 it was 40, so it has loaded 40. Okay, I'll just save this. Now I have to do the receipt from production. Let us see the report. Production order status report. Now you see here the first process it is received. The second process it says balance received, receipt to be received. It is in WIP. First one process is completed. Second one it is still in work in progress. Like this you can see the production order status report process wise. Now let me go to receipt from production and receive the second process stock also. Select the warehouse where you want to receive it. Select the production order number. Sub process 2 I will select here and then receive the full quantity. I will save. Now let me see the report again. Now you see my both processes are finished. Okay, now I can transfer these goods to my respective department. If you have QC you can transfer to QC. Okay, if you don't have QC you can transfer to the main warehouse using stock transfer voucher. Stock transfer voucher. Okay, here we have to activate the warehouse tag, same like what we did in material receipt note and issues to production screen. Before this, let us see the inventories in the stock movement report. Now when I go to the inventories, now you will see all the stocks of your raw materials, intermediate products as well as your finished goods. Now you see here I have my raw materials received quantity, issued quantity and the balance quantity. Okay, I have procured 200 numbers. From that, for one production order I have used 150 quantity. The balance is showing 50. Now here my FG is showing 150. Okay, now I can transfer this. Now we will know all these stocks based on which warehouse it is showing. You can filter the warehouse here. You can click on filter. Here you can click on the funnel. Here where you can select the warehouse name. let me select the warehouse name and show you which stocks are lying in production floor and which stocks are lying in the main stores. Okay, here it will come alphabet wise. You can search for the warehouse. Okay, here I have warehouse. Under warehouse I have warehouse name equals to, let me check what stocks I have in production floor first. I'll click on OK. If you want to save filter permanently, you can save. Okay, you have an option so that next time you don't need to select this filter. Okay, let me click OK. Now you see here I have only FG in my production floor. All other my stocks are in main warehouse. Let me refilter again. I click on filter again. Instead of production floor, I'll select main warehouse. I'll press OK. Now you see it is showing I have only R1, R2, R3. Okay, these are the stocks which I have. This is how you get the stock report. Okay, you can check whatever the balances are there. Let me expand this report. Here this is the balance, quantity value and the stock value as per the average rate what you have defined in the product master. Okay, this average rate we will define in the product master. Let me show you that how to define that. Go to the item master, click on item. You can just double click here on any item. Here you can see the valuation method. Here you have different valuation method. Now the method what you have selected, based on that the valuation will appear in all the inventory related reports. Okay, this is how you can do the process wise production. Hope you have understood the process wise production. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.